Shalom, we are at the Knesset, Israel's parliament, for something a decade in the making. I'm Isamar Mata with All Israel News at the 10th annual Jerusalem Prayer Breakfast, where Israeli officials and Christian faith leaders from 38 nations have gathered under one purpose, to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. In 2026, this gathering comes at a critical moment as Israeli officials warn that any deal with the Iranian regime is merely temporary.
And as we gather here today, there are ongoing negotiations between US and Iran to make a deal that will supposedly stop Iran's aggressions. However, there's one thing that is very certain. As long as the Iranian regime survives, any deal is temporary. Any ceasefire is just delays the resumption of war. Israel will not surrender to terror, and we will not surrender to evil. The people of Israel live, the God of Israel lives, and Jerusalem will stand forever.
We will annihilate Israel in 25 years. They are not making that up. They're serious. That is their plan. When a madman speaks, listen, pay attention. They mean it. Iran means it. We are on a knife's edge. That doesn't bring us to fear. That brings us to our knees.
Our strength, our resilience, our ability to rise again and grow, that strength comes from above.
Amen.
Knesset members are calling prayer Israel's first line of defense, alongside the men and women serving on the front lines. Amid prolonged regional conflict and heightened tension surrounding Iran, believers from around the world are gathering here, not in fear, but in faith.
Christians should raise up and say, we are part of the Jewish history. We came out of it. And actually moderated Muslims also. Why we cannot sign peace in Lebanon? Because Iran, the pure evil, invested in radical terror, Hezbollah. Take out Hezbollah, tomorrow we sign agreement with Lebanon. That's the obstacle for peace in the world, the Iranian regime.
Well, I think that the national resilience here in Israel is based on education, is based on the youth. It's based on the connection to identity, culture, history, to teach the kids to be connected to the legacy of their parents, of their grandparents, of their grandparents, from the Bible and the Exodus of Egypt to the entire history.
And so we need to stand with them now, because we are attacked, they are attacked, and together we're strong and united. And this is what God calls us to do, to bless Israel. We're watching the world curse Israel, and we're called to bless them. And so that's why we're here. And it gives such great joy. I've had such joy doing this for the last 10 years.
These prayers aren't just uniting believers across faiths and denominations, but even across the political spectrum, as members of the government, coalition, and opposition join together in song.
I'm telling you, this is my partner.
Miracles happening in this event. May Hashem help me.
God bless you for that. היטיבה ברצונך את ציון, תבנה חומות ירושלים. And what the Jerusalem breakfast prayer is doing is building the walls of Jerusalem all over the world, and to see you all over the world, and to see you there with conferences supporting us. So when there is a prayer to build and to create goodness for Zion, is for the nation of Israel.
When I'm an opposition member and I'm a very vocal critic of this government,
but it doesn't mean anything when it comes to the protection of my people and to the very just war that our people is now engaged in against all these evil fronts. First of all, we have a huge alliance by faith, and you are allies, and each one of you in his community is a leader and a protector of us, the Jewish people and the Israeli people, in a very challenging time.
From coalition view and from opposition view, it's very important for us because we can show to the world the democracy of Israel. This is the only democracy here in this region, and you can see that they have a political fight in one side, and then they come to Jerusalem prayer breakfast and pray together and singing together.
Throughout the event, speakers reflected on parallel challenges that Israel faces between biblical times and today. For many attending, this gathering is more than an event. It's a declaration of hope for Israel's future and a reminder that God is still moving in this land and among his people. This year's Jerusalem Prayer Breakfast comes just weeks after Jerusalem Day, celebrations marking the reunification of the city. Alongside the celebration is a shared understanding that true peace for Jerusalem is still something people around the world are praying for and working toward every day.
Since Israel is having the control over the old city of Jerusalem, everybody is welcome. Jews, Christians, Muslims, Druze, everybody is welcome. We are not against anybody.
כולם צריכים להתאחד בתפילה ובאהבה ובחיבור לירושלים, וירושלים קוראת לכולם לבוא ליהנות מהעיר, מהיופי של ירושלים, ולקחת את זה לכל מקום אחר בעולם.
Subscribe for more updates, stories, and prayer points from Israel and the region. Visit allisraelnews.com for trusted coverage from the ground.